The play is called The Marvelous MEEP Island Adventure. What can audiences expect?
So this is a show that is intended for young audiences. It's called Theater for Young Audiences, and it is pretty colorful and rhythmical and full of song and melody and audience participation. So it's for audiences of all ages, and the intention is for young audiences in particular. These inhabitants of this island of Meep only speak in the words of Meep. So there's a lot of mime and there's a lot of music that help facilitate the story. It's very imaginative. You could imagine, the make-believe world of like a 5 or 6 year old inventing and creating their world all the time around them. The idea with the Meep language is that we're taking away a given sort of storyline with dialogue and delving more into the imaginative world of creative play. The words don't necessarily matter. It's sort of the inflection and the tone and the emotional quality of this one word that they use as their language.
On top of directing the play, Sarah Valentine says it's also an opportunity to teach.
In addition to sort of having the overall vision for the entire project, we're also working on the fundamentals of making theater and fundamentals of acting and performance and keeping the vision and the tone of the play cohesive.
After a year of not being able to perform, how excited are your students to get out and do this?
They are super excited, and I think it's not just the chance to get onto the stage and in rehearsals, but the idea of being able to take it out into the communities is also really exciting for them and something a lot of them haven't done. So they're excited and curious about the reception that I anticipate, hopefully, the audiences that will come. I think they'll be surprised by the kind of interaction that they'll get from an outdoor spectacle.
Why do you think it's so important that people get out and enjoy the arts?
I think it's about being together, and theater and the arts, an audience is really required. You can sit at home and watch TV and watch movies, and that's a very different experience. But the idea of coming together for a shared experience of storytelling or music or performance or even visual art, outside of your home, in the company of neighbors and friends, and collectively sharing, especially with this production, a joyful experience. There's something that just happens to humans in community when you're together creating a story. The students could perform this to an empty house, but part of the fun of doing theater and the performing arts is that you get to share it with an audience and that you're creating the story together and responding in real time with the audience. And now more than ever, after having been isolated for the most part, the idea of coming out and coming outside and hopefully what will be great weather in the beautiful Maine fall landscape, I think will add to the experience of being able to share this together, creating it together.